And what is going on, good people? We're back here working on a weekend like usual. Of course, we're always working and trapping on a weekday. On Tuesdays, it's typically ISG football, but we're live here on a Wednesday night for ISG football. We are the intersection of sports and gaming. We'll talk the latest in the world of the National Football League and college football, but we'll also have an Madden NFL matchup where you'll see a couple of the top Madden players in the world playing for cash and other prizes as we get you set for the weekend. And ISG basketball on Friday night, but we're live here from ISG football for Golf Zone Social in Brooklyn, New York. 3 locations, Brooklyn, West Nyack, and Scarsdale. The great sports bars and indoor golf lounges in the world. All right, let's come inside here. Larry Ridley, CBS Sports, Madden, NFL, CFB League, 2K Association, also ISG football and ISG basketball, folks. Like I said, we're live here from Golf Zone Social. That is right here in Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at, man. We're talking about 3 locations for our good friends at Golf Zone Social right here in Brooklyn. Also West Nyack up there off the Palisades and Scarsdale as well. Sports bar and indoor golf lounge. Folks, it is where golf meets social. Look at these beautiful simulators and bays that they have. 15 of those, including a VIP experience as well. So 16 total. Where golf meets social, the best indoor golf experience that you'll ever have. It's indoor golf games, and it meets the unparalleled social engagement. Over 240 courses on these simulators as well. So they do a great job, man. You got Royal Troon, you got all the golf courses. You even have video games as well. Great food. It's a sports bar. It's a vibe, the great atmosphere. It's a lounge as well. It's all right here at Golf Zone Social, 3 locations, Brooklyn, West Nyack, and Scarsdale. All right, let me go ahead and bring in my player partners, Broski and the Broskita. We'll start with Jarrett Guarantano, former University of Tennessee volunteer starting quarterback. Also played with the Cardinals and the Broncos as well. 52 is the mic, 52 is the mic. Kill, kill, kill. And Andrea Richmond, peace up, A down. She is in the A-town. We'll start with you, ladies first. Hey, Rich, how we doing down there in hot Atlanta? Is it hot, by the way?
Ooh, it is heating up, and so are the Knicks, baby. You say, let's go, boy. Brooklyn. You know, I was born in Brooklyn, so I got to wear it on my sleeve while I can. I'm sorry, Larry, but we don't get these opportunities very often, okay? New York is a failure. Let me have this one.
Where Brooklyn at? Where Knickerbockers are right now. Tied at 59 at halftime. Game 5 up in Boston. Of course, no Jason Taylor. Bummer for my C's. JG's up easy for Sheezy. Currently playing for the UFL's San Antonio Brahmas. He's our QB and our Bull. What's up with you, baby?
What's up, brother? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Happy to see my boys up 3-1 right now.
Oh, boy. Your boys, really? Really?
Let's
Orange
go.
and blue skies. Orange and blue skies.
Orange and blue skies everywhere.
So
everywhere.
I was live I was live at the Garden for Game 4, and I'm doing a live shot, and guess who comes up to me? Spike Lee. And he's like, what's up, man? How you doing, Larry? And I'm like, orange and blue skies. I gave him a shout out at 11, man, for shouting me out. So, yeah, it was good to see Spike Lee. Not good to see the Knicks win, but it is what it is.
He got the flex going on us.
That's Spike Lee's
boy. That's a Spike Lee joint.
No.
That's a Spike Lee joint right there.
You know what? It's a flex.
Buddy.
Hey, man, sending pictures in the group chat that you're at the Super Bowl. That's a flex.
Do the right thing. Where's do the right thing?
Blue 80. Roger. You know what? Next time I see him, I'm going to ask him about that. I'm actually going to ask him about that next time.
Yeah.
I'm like, Spike, do the right thing and put me in a movie, man.
You know, I need to be seeing Larry front face on the billboard, okay? Come on now.
Front facing on the billboard. You guys ready to get this thing started, man? Talk a little NFL and also college football?
Let's go. Let's get it.
All right, let's go ahead and get this thing started. We're live here at Golf Zone Social in Brooklyn. All right, here's the rundown here for our ISG football, the intersection of sports and gaming. No deal, no play for Trey Hendrickson of the Cincinnati Bengals. Crazy last couple of days for, the best pass rusher last year. Can I actually say the top last 2 years for Trey Hendrickson? Wants a new deal. Bengals aren't budging. Coach sending a text message. Crazy stuff we'll get with the Bengals. How about the Eagles? The NFL schedule coming out tonight. Eagles are going to host Dallas in the NFL opener. It'll be on a Thursday, September 4th. We'll get into that. Also, Chiefs and Cowboys. Huge game there on Thanksgiving. I'm going to ask Andrea and JG, will that be the highest rated game that we've ever seen in the NFL regular season? It could be. Tua, not in Tyreek Hill's top 5 QB list. Now, he's done this a couple times now. Put him in there. Didn't put him in there, and now he's not back in there in the top 5. We'll talk about that and that relationship down there with the Dolphins. And how about A.J. Brown? This is really cool. Gave the commencement speech at Ole Miss. He is an Ole Miss, I don't know if he graduated. He's an Ole Miss alum. Can we call it that? I guess. We'll talk about that. And also, we've got the NFL matchup with Madden. We'll get into that. Here's the rundown for our Madden matchup for the players, and hear about the rules as we talk about the rules. All Madden competitive game style, head-to-head, current rosters like Cowboys regs. All 32 NFL teams available, 5-minute quarters. King of the Hill format. The winner stays on the sticks. How about the prizes? Because it's all about that shmoney. $50 guaranteed. The winner gets $40. $10 for the runner-up. He runs about this piece with $10 cash. Now, the player that wins 4 straight weeks, folks, gets an NFL licensed zip chair. Go to zipchair.com to literally make the best gaming chairs in the world. Make office furniture, gaming desks, sofas, tables, you name it. They've got all the NFL teams, NBA, Major League Baseball, NHL, MLS, also college and NCAA inspired chairs, as well as custom pieces as well. Check them out online, zipchair.com. Shout out to Tina Altadonna, the marketing lady down there with Zipchair. They've been rocking with us for over 5 years. And how about this Madden matchup here, as we'll get you set. Who's playing on the sticks? They'll be playing off to the side as we talk about the latest in the world of the NFL and college football. JBaird, a 2-time champ, playing with the Ravens, and OG2K, currently the king of the hill, hasn't lost since he joined our league. We're talking 3-4 months in a row. No one's beat him. JBaird's come close a couple times. We'll see if he can pull it off tonight. He is playing with the Chiefs. All right, let's real quickly take a look at the profiles. We'll start with JBaird. He is playing once again with those Ravens. His name is John Barrett. That's his government name, from Buffalo Grove, Illinois. 19 years of age. He's an Illinois State student. Redbirds up there. 2-time C4 Madden League champ. All right, let's go ahead and bring in JBaird as well, so we can introduce you to him. We talked to JBaird last time. JBaird, last time we talked to you, were coming off a trip in Ireland. Now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of Madden. One quick question for you. How excited are you to get another shot at OG2K? And what have you learned in these previous meetings that you can take down the current King of the Hill champ?
Honestly, I just need to get a stop or two early. I really don't play the game anymore, so I'm probably going to have to fluke my way into a win here, but I think I can do it.
So, my producer's telling me, JB, so this is a housewarming gift? You just moved into a new place? Look at you, man. Is this your first place? Because you're 19, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yo, pretty cool.
And also, too, the office, right? Flex, because you have the office, JB?
Yeah.
So, are you on campus? Are you off campus? What are you doing now?
I'm about 5 minutes from campus.
So off campus, got your own pad, right?
Mm-hmm.
One bedroom?
2 bedrooms.
Two
this
bedrooms?
is our office. My girlfriend and I got it together. So
wow, he said I got
an
an office.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He has to flex the office.
It was cheaper to get 2 bedrooms. It's ridiculous, but
It is.
that's how it works.
You know what? When you get older, it'll be cheaper to keep her as well. So make sure you remember that. You're talking about cheaper. So you moved in with your girlfriend, man. This is a serious relationship, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. How long you guys been dating?
2 years this July.
2 years. You know what? I dated my ex-wife for about a year or two. We lived together for a year and we got married. So I think you're on that track, man.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let her pressure you.
Not the ex-wife part, but the
No
rest of
pressure.
it.
Yes. We want everything to work out for you. All right, man. Well, good luck to you, man. You'll be playing with the Ravens, man. We'll see if you can take down the Jet, man. And we'll get this game started here shortly. For JB, and he can go ahead and mute his mic. JB will be playing with the Ravens. OG2K, let's learn a little bit more about him. We'll take a look at his profile. Nicholas Sirianni, no relation to the Eagles head coach, Nick Sirianni. He's from Buffalo, New York, Western New York, way up there where they get feet of snow. That's multiple. Yes, the lake effect snow. He's 19 years of age. He's also a college student. 11-time Madden champ. 9 in college for Madden and 2 in college football. So right now he is the current king of the hill. All right, let's go ahead and bring in OG2K, a.k.a. Nicholas Sirianni. All right, OG2K. Look, you've been the king of the hill, man. You've played well. You've messed around a little bit and still won. How much confidence does it give you that you can figure things out? You've won in blowouts. You've won a lot of close games. Hell, you've won them all. How confident are you going into another matchup where you're the king of the hill?
I'm supremely confident, but at the end of the day, I gotta just play down to earth, not be too high. Like, you know how Kobe had the
Mamba mentality?
Yeah, don't get too high, but don't get too low.
Right here.
So that's what we're gonna do. Try not to make mistakes.
I gotta go back to what you just said. You know, I'm a reporter, so I'm pretty good at listening to people. You said supremely confident. What the hell does that mean? Supremely means that's apex. That's Mount Everest, 32,000 feet. You can't get no higher than that, brother.
I don't know. I just heard John Jones say it in a UFC press conference before.
He said, I'm the John Jones of Cookie Forever, huh?
So you, John Jones. You know what? John Jones is literally probably the baddest man walking the planet right now. So we'll see if you can play like that. And look, you're the king of the hill so far, man. You're playing with the Chiefs. You feel good about this matchup?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I just got to, keep the ball on the ground, manage the clock.
All right, man. Well, we'll be talking to the winner. Maybe that'll be you. Maybe it'll be JBaird. Conclusion of the game. You've been a great King of the Hill champ. We'll talk to you at the conclusion of the game. All right, man. You can go ahead and lock up and mute your mic real quickly. Before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at the Molly Pop standings here, man. MollyPopGrapes.com. Grapes as sweet as candy. Molly Pop taking the world by sweet storm with the pink bag promise. Folks, you see that pink bag in your local grocery store. You got to understand you're getting high quality produce. MollyPopGrapes.com. About 20 different varieties of grapes. Also, pressed juices online as well. Check them out online. MollyPopGrapes.com. There you can see the wow, Andrea Richmond should be at the top. She's undefeated. I've got a loss. So for the first time since we've been doing this, it's rigged. It's rigged.
It's all live. Sorry.
No, I think Andrea should. This will be the first time since we've been doing the show that somebody else is above me. Let's give Andrea her props, and she should be at the top. All right, guys, let's go ahead and bring in everybody. Let's get these picks real quickly. Let's start with you, Andrea Richmond. You are the queen of the show. Who you rolling with? You got Chiefs Kingdom? Or are you going to quote those Ravens?
Ooh-wee, baby. As the new lead of the pack, I have to flex a little bit. No, just kidding. I just wanted to say that.
There we go.
I'm going with the supremely confident person. Honestly, JB has a lot of things going on. His life hasn't been behind the sticks a long time. But guess who has been? And guess who is on top? The John Jones of this competition. Give me OG, I'm sorry.
You got OG 2K. All right, JG, who you got? You got Chiefs or Ravens?
Before the show started, I was thinking that I was going to go JB, but I think that he's dealing with too many external factors right now in the move. So I think I'm going to go with OG 2K today.
I was going to do the same thing until I heard the girlfriend moved in. He's got a new place. He hasn't played. I'm like, whoa.
Too many.
He's got a lot going on right now.
You know what? The hell with it. I'm going to take JB. This is when you get crazy things happen. This is when you get the upset. When you least expect it, he's going to go out there carefree, and he's going to pull off an upset. The shocker of all shockers. That's what's going to happen.
There's movement. There's movement.
Yeah, I can't wait to be 100+%.
JB, don't let me down, brother. Don't let me down. All right, guys, go ahead and lock it up, man. We'll talk to the winner at the conclusion of the game. JB, OG2K, Ravens, Chiefs. Lock it up live right here on Valley Live Stadium Sports Network. Watch Stadium Sports app, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. We're live here from Golf Zone Social in Brooklyn, live here on a Wednesday night. Good luck, guys. We'll talk to the winner at the conclusion of the game. And that pregame show brought to you by our good friends at Fat Bastard and Sons, located off of Highway 46 in South Hackensack, New Jersey. With a name like that, folks, you know they got great food. Fat Bastard and Sons, you already know the food is banging there. Fat Bastard and Sons Restaurant and Lounge, family-owned business, been around for about 40 years. They also own Club Flamingo right next door. We'll be there in a couple of weeks. They bring you the best pizza around. They got the full bar. Also, they have a passion for great food and excellent service. They got chicken tenders, chicken wings, burgers, fries, you name it, Subways, not Subways, but subs, calzones. They've got it all there. Also pasta and some seafood as well. Check them out online, fatbastardandsons.com, located Highway 46, South Hackensack, New Jersey. We're back live at Golf Zone Social here in Brooklyn, New York. Sports bar and indoor golf lounge. Got about 16 simulators here, man, and bays here at the one location in Brooklyn. 3 locations, Brooklyn, West Nyack, and Scarsdale. Got Jarrett Guarantano, former University of Tennessee volunteer quarterback, Broncos and Cardinals, currently with the UFL San Antonio Brahmas. Andrea Richmond, she's a sportscaster and esportscaster extraordinaire down in Atlanta. OG2K playing with the Chiefs. There he is. He's got the ball. And JB, the challenger on defense, playing with the Ravens. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into the NFL talk. Trey Hendrickson of the Cincinnati Bengals. Interesting situation with the Bengals. Guy that's owed $15.8 million showed up on Tuesday in a polo shirt and also a hat. Talked about it's personal. The Bengals don't want to pay him. Got a text message the day before from Zach Taylor, the coach, basically saying, you better have your butt at minicamp. You're going to get fined in about 4 weeks. So a little pressure there. He also said, man, unprovoked sharks attacks, and then there are provoked shark attacks. So he's a Florida guy using the waters there. There's chum or blood in the water. The Bengals, man, they got to pay this guy. Top end talent like that, 35 sacks over the last 2 years, led the league in sacks last year, making only $15.8 million. He should be making double, 2.5 times that much. JG, your thoughts here. How does this thing play out in Cincy? Do you think he's not going to play on this current deal, like you said?
I don't know. I think they're both put in tough situations. Obviously, his productivity has been grand, right? Like, he's one of the best defensive ends in
Definitely
football.
Outplayed his contract.
And he led the NFL in sacks this prior year. So I'm not surprised that he wants more money and he wants a longer-term deal. But when you look at it from the grand scheme of things, you're also looking at a 30-year-old defensive end, right? Like, Myles Garrett, same age, around the same time, also making that much money. So I can understand that he's saying this from this perspective. But when you compare the two, it's not really a comparison.
Myles Garrett making 40 plus.
Yes, and I do think
that's 2.5 times the amount.
I do think Trey is $25 to $30 million defensive end. I think just the problem is that the reports that coming in are more so about the deal in the long term and the years that are on the deal, right? So, like, I'm not surprised that, especially the Bengals, they don't want to cash in a long-term deal. That's not really that organization. Kind of cheap, but
kind of.
That's an understatement, you know.
Kind of.
They might be the cheapest franchise in all of pro sports.
And so I can understand both perspectives in this. From Trey's perspective, he's sitting there saying, I just had one of the best years of my career. Let's lock this in for probably a 4 or 5 year deal. But at that time, he's going to be 34, 35 years old. Yeah, Cam Hayward's like 40 years old right now playing defensive end, but he's a little bit different story. He's been blessed with a lot of help.
Yeah. So we got a 7-0 lead here by OG2K at the top of the screen on the right-hand side. He's got a 7-0 lead. JB playing with the Ravens. Andrew, your thoughts here? Look, he said, look, if I don't get a new deal, I'm not playing under this current deal. Still does have a little wiggle room there, but what do you think? You think he can hold out? Like, look, this thing is set up for the owners and for the teams to have the hammer, and the player is typically the nail. What can he do here? Do you think he plays on his deal? Or does he really get the money that he wants?
I don't know if he gets all of the money that he wants because of the fact that he has his age. One thing that we know,
he showed up in a polo shirt and a black hat, like,
you know, he's focused
like a baseball umpire,
really
calling balls and strike.
I'm gonna see him with the Savannah Bananas doing some crazy stuff behind the plate very soon, okay? But you know, he's a little bit older. That's the biggest thing, because one thing we know about his position, Trey Hendrickson. Look, one thing the league really focuses on: quarterbacks and offensive linemen who can get to the quarterback, and that's one thing he's proven that he can absolutely do, right? But the fact that he is older, of course he's going to want a payday, but of course teams are going to hedge on the fact that, hey man, it's kind of rare, like JG said, for you to be up there in age and still be productive. We already knew that there was going to be a little bit of a holdout situation as Derrick Henry gets a first down. Let's go. We already knew there's going to be a holdout situation because of the fact they're spending 4 players that have a ridiculous amount of money for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Well, you got Chase and Higgins just got their bags. Yep. Burrow got his the year before, so
3 players.
It's his turn.
Yeah, it's his turn. But again, that's a cheap organization, and you're going to spend a lot of that cash on only a couple players. Are you going to double down on the cheapness? I don't know about that. I feel like we might end up getting a stalemate. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up really trading to somewhere else. It's really that dire in that situation. And the Bengals organization, they may say, hey, we can take a chance on probably getting more talent with the amount of money that we pay towards him. I just don't know how immediate that return is going to be, especially with their window for the Cincinnati Bengals.
I think it's tough, right? Like, when you look at the NFL, I don't think I have Trey in my top 5 defensive ends. And I don't know what he's asking for money-wise, but I know.
Not top 5. You know what? And you might be right on that. But the production, it's got to match the contract.
No, absolutely. And he's definitely one of the best leaders of that team, too. So that also has to be valued, too. But like, when
plays
you look
hard, does everything the right way, hasn't thrown the organization under the bus, which he could.
1,000%. And he's but you look at it: Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, Nick Bosa, Michael Parsons, T.J. Watt.
They're all younger.
I mean, Brian Burns is young. Josh Allen from Jackson. Like, those are really, really high productive, good pass rushers, and most of them are kind of on the younger side. So it's like, what could he be sitting there looking for? I know TJ makes around like 28. I think
he's underpaid.
Burns is around 28. Josh Allen's around like 26. So, like, in my mind, I'm thinking that he's sitting around that 27, 28 per year. I just don't know the years if he's going to be able to get married to that. I think a 3-year deal is probably the sweet spot for both of them.
Yeah, it's got a 7-7 ball game. Kevin, how much time is left here in the first quarter? Okay. Andrew, go ahead and pick it up here on Trey Hendrickson. What about just him showing up and saying the quiet part out loud, like, dude, there's shark infested, there's unprovoked shark attacks, and there's provoked. Like, why y'all provoking me? I've been cool, and the coach is going to text me the day before I show up. I don't even know if he was planning to show up until the coach texted me, like, you know what, I'm going to do it now.
And you know what? I love that. I love players standing up for themselves, especially because, as we talked about it, he is older and he's been underpaid historically his whole career. So he's looking for the bag. And for you to do this for an organization that historically, especially in these last couple of years, just has not been able to do a lot to instill a lot of confidence in you, especially defensively. You're putting that injection back into the defense. It's something to hold head on. Without him, what's this Bengals defense? Crickets.
Oh yeah, because they lost their safeties. You know, they can't stop a nosebleed at times.
They can't stop a nosebleed. Barely more than that, right? Your whole face could be bleeding like Josh Hart was earlier, and they still wouldn't be able to contain that. All right, and that's
remember they were averaging almost 30 points a game in the regular season, and still was under 500.
So all Joe Burrow had to do was fight the entire year. 5 touchdowns wasn't enough. You have somebody who is the anchor, the cornerstone of your defense. Of course, he should feel a little bit of audacity and feel like, hey, why aren't you paying me? Mm-hmm. But the point of the fact is, like, it's a complicated situation because of his age and because of org. I'm always pro player. I think that he should stand on his business. And honestly, the way that he's producing, he should get paid. The question is, will it be?
Will he? JG, both of you guys real quickly. Will he be a Bengal this year?
Yeah.
I tend to agree with you. These things typically play out. Look, you're not going to let 35 sacks walk out the door, but the Bengals are cheap, man. You know what they're thinking? Chase got 40 million. Higgins got like 30 something. You know, Burrow's making 55. We can't give him 35. That's 4 guys making like 180.
It's like my final thought would be, for a team that struggled on defense tremendously and they had one of the top edge rushers, I think it seems to me like they need a lot more help than they already have. So would they be able to benefit from saving that $30 million a year and being able to go get more guys that could have, or that could level up to that productivity of 18 sacks and be able to make a more rounded team with more depth? I don't know, but like, that's a thought with me as a general manager sitting in that seat. How can you find that productivity without paying $30 million? That's probably something that they're saying behind closed doors.
And because of that, I feel like they're not going to pay him. They're going to convince themselves that they can do that. The question is, will they? You have to be good at drafting at this point.
All right, man. It's hard to believe in the Bengals, man. It really is.
You know?
It was so good to see him in the Super Bowl a few years ago, but Bengal gonna Bengal, man, right? I mean, or Bungles, as we used to call them back in the day when I was a young youth. We'll keep an eye on Trey Hendrickson and the Bengals minicamp. That's the inflection point as well, because if he doesn't show up, Zach Taylor already said, we're going to find you, which I'm like, why you got to say it out like that? That's already understood, bro. You don't have to do that. So that first quarter, as we got a 7-7 ball game, the first quarter brought to you by our good friends at Golf Zone Social right here. Our good friends right here, golfzonesocial.com. Once again, sports bar and indoor golf lounge as well. Got 3 locations, Brooklyn, West Nide, Scarsdale, 15 bays here in Brooklyn, 16 total. Got the huge and beautiful VIP bay as well. That's where golf meets social, the best indoor golf experience that you'll have. Also, they got golf games as well. It's indoor golf games meeting unparalleled social experiment. Over 240 courses that you can play on the simulators and when you're in those bays. Check them out online, golfzonesocial.com. 3 locations, Brooklyn, West Nyack, and Scarsdale, New York. We're back here live at Golf Zone Social, the one here in BK. Where Brooklyn at? Right here in Brooklyn, the city of sports, Madden, NFL, ISG football and ISG basketball. I got Jarrett Guarantano, former Tennessee quarterback, Also, Andrea Richmond peeks up A down. She's in the A down. Esports and sportscaster. OG2K to the left of the screen at the bottom there. Playing with the Chiefs. He has the ball. Second quarter, about 3 minutes to play. JB on defense. The challenger playing on defense and playing with the Ravens. All right, back to the NFL. Eagles, Super Bowl champs. You know how they roll. They get to open up the season with the NFL opener. I guess the NFL's been doing that about 23 years. I believe it started with, who was it? Was the Patriots, I believe, in 02 maybe? If I'm not mistaken, that was the first one. So the Eagles are going to host the Cowboys in the NFL opener. That is certainly spicy. I think that's a good call there. It's first time that I believe the Eagles and Cowboys have played on an opener or opening night, the opening night of the NFL season. Remember the pickle juice game? Like 24, 25 years ago? Eagles ran them out the building on that day, but it was hot. It was like over 100 degrees in Dallas. So the Eagles were drinking pickle juice to try to stay hydrated and not cramp up. Andrew Richmond, your thoughts here. Eagles and Cowboys, did they make the right call here with the NFL opener with the 8 home games that the NFC team would have with the Eagles? I think this was the right call.
I'm glad they waited for the George Pickens trade to end up happening before we made this decision, because if they didn't, we would have some questions, right? But as long as Dallas makes sure that they have a great offense going and percolating, and you know, much to be desired for their defense, but I feel like they can make some things work. And at least one thing's for certain, at least we can make sure we can have some fireworks.
One thing for certain, 2 things for sure.
Matchup. Right. I'm gonna need to make sure that this is a good matchup, because the last, what is it, like 2-3 games that we've had as home openers, they've been bangers, man. I was thinking about the Lions game,
Lions and Chiefs a couple of years ago.
Last year, yeah, a couple of weeks ago, and also too, I believe, what was it, Broncos Patriots? What was the not Broncos Patriots? What was it, Broncos KC? I can't remember exactly.
I remember there was a Broncos Chiefs, no, a Broncos Ravens not too long ago. That was like years ago, though.
Yeah, years ago. All I know, for the last couple of years, we've had some fireworks, and I need them to keep the pressure when it comes to the fireworks. Down to the minute, last wire. Amazing games. Hopefully not bad sidelines like we saw in that last shot, but it should be at night, so that's good. But this is a rivalry game on top of that as well. So we're going to talk about ratings a little bit later. The ratings for this game, for it being an opener, for them to be rivals, and for there to be pure, unmitigated NFC East hate. I love it, baby. Sign me up for it. Hopefully it's a great game.
Was it? Okay, so 2 years ago it was Chiefs and Lions. Lions beat them. And last year was Ravens, remember? Because they the controversial ending, right?
Yeah,
with the tight end. Yeah. JG, your thoughts here. Eagles and boys. It's pretty spicy. Does that get your juices flowing, bro?
Listen, first off, I'm excited about the trade. I think that it was a big addition for Dallas. I think that they did really well.
George Pickens trade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the George Pickens trade. I think that the NFL did really well in slating the NFL's first week 1 games. Like just being able to initiate and getting excited. Like you start with this game, this is going to be a really good game. You start with the rivalry with the Bengals and Browns. You got the Jets and Steelers coming in where it might be cool with Aaron Rodgers and the Justin Fields dynamic. That would be a super cool one. You have
the Brazil game on Friday, the very next day as well.
You have Brazil,
Ravens,
I think
Bills.
Seattle.
Sunday night football is good. Monday night football is good too.
Awesome. Green Bay and Detroit, amazing game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so the way that they scheduled it, like I think that it was a very interesting way of going about the slate. I think it's going to get a lot of people excited. Like I think TV, I guess. People, I don't know if it's TV sales, but the amount of people that are going to be watching on TV are going to be probably off the record. Almost every game is going to be sold out, I think, just because it's going to be a high pressure, high level game, like just rivalry wise. So I think that they did an excellent job as the NFL being able to come up with week 1.
Who do you think is going to win this game? Last year it was the Eagles pounded the Cowboys in both games, like 34-6 and 41-7. It was a couple of terrible games last year. How you feeling about the Cowboys against the Eagles this year? Can they go into the link and punch the champs in the mouth?
It's going to be, I think this one's going to be a really good one, to be honest with you. I think that Dallas actually did a lot of really good things in the offseason. I also think that coming off of Super Bowls, I mean, the atmosphere is going to be amazing. I mean, I hope I'm able to get to that one, because I just know that Eagles fans are going to be rocking. They'll probably have a ceremony before the game just because of the Super Bowl and everything. I think the Cowboys will keep it close. I think it'll wind up being a 4-point game. I don't think it'll be a blowout. But I'd probably go with the Eagles right now. It's going to be Dak's first game back in a while. Also, like, there's a lot of factors. We'll see if Dallas has their running game with Miles Sanders coming in, and what's his face? I was with them. Javonte Williams from Denver Broncos is with them now. So we'll see if they have a running game. I think it's just going to be an interesting matchup all around. I can't wait to see that one especially, and I would like to see the Ravens and Bills.
Yeah. I'm feeling you on the close game there at the link. Andrea, can the Cowboys go in there and still win and announce themselves? Like, look, not the same old Cowboys. We haven't been to the conference championship game in 30 years?
I
don't know. You didn't have to do that, Robert. You didn't have to do that last one.
And honestly,
where's the line? Where's the line?
They can win this game by like 100.
There is no line, right?
Points, and I'm still not going to believe that it's not still the same old Cowboys. Okay, do it in the regular season all you want. Okay, that's their biggest issue is doing it in the playoffs. But I will say this. Historically, the Eagles' offense has also been a really slow start at the beginning of the year. They've gotten hot towards the end, and that's where they really shine. But in the beginning, they can have their problems. Obviously, it's a team coming up. There's not a lot of movement going on, which is a big thing with their slow starts. But I still believe with the fact that Dallas is going to be like, I feel like Dak has something to prove, especially with George Pickens and everybody coming in, CD doing his thing as well. I feel like it's going to be a great game. It'll be close. I still feel like a field goal will separate it, and it will be the Eagles that get a nod. But we're going to step away thinking, these Cowboys team, it's looking good, only for them to disappoint like they always do.
How about this? Both of you guys real quickly. As we got a 14-10 ball game. Got a field goal there by JB of the Chiefs. Under 10 seconds to play, it looks like, here. 9 seconds to play here. Real quickly, get both of you guys on the record. Cowboys, are they a playoff team this year? JG? I know you're going to say yes. Your team. Say yes, man. Yes.
The division is too stacked. I think about it from that aspect. Like Washington's a playoff team. Dallas is a playoff team. I mean, not Dallas. I'm sorry. Philadelphia is a playoff team.
I was like, don't do this to me, Larry. Don't put me on the spot. I was kind of happy that I paused a little bit. I can't.
Go ahead, real quick. Go ahead. Go ahead, real quick. The Cowboys. Let's pick it up. Let's pick it right here. Cowboys playoff team this year.
No, yes. I pray they get to 8 wins. No.
Gosh.
And that's my team. No, they're just, the division. I heard Andrea. The division's just too stacked right now with Washington on the come up in Philly, but I hope they get 8 or 9. Maybe we just need to get into a wild card. Maybe.
Right. And Andrew, you said yay, no? Yay, nay?
I said nay, but all that anticipation just for you to go against your team.
Yeah, I know, right?
Man,
I know. I was thinking about you during the pause, like I'm pondering.
Where's the pride at, man?
Please.
All right, man. We're into the third quarter here. Got a 14-10 ball game. That second quarter brought to you by our good friends at El Aguila Dorado Restaurant, located in Bayonne, New Jersey. That's where I stay at. AguilaDoradoRestaurant.com, located right there, Midtown on Broadway. And folks, we're talking about authentic Mexican restaurant, man. Great environment, great vibes there. Got the happy hour Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. And the libations are definitely flowing there. Mariachi shows every other Tuesday. Got the patio as well. Great food. Also, DJs on the weekend, Lat nights on the weekend as well. Check them out online, AguilaDoradoRestaurant.com. The Golden Eagle, it has landed, and it's right there in Bayonne, New Jersey. El Aguila Dorado Restaurant, online, AguilaDoradoRestaurant.com. We're back here live here at Golf Zone Social. 3 locations, Brooklyn, West Nyack, and Scarsdale. We're at the Brooklyn location. Sports bar and indoor golf lounge. It's where golf meets social. We're live here at the Brooklyn location here in BK. Golf Zone Social, man, this place is awesome. We got to go into the VIP spot. I'm gonna have to get some video for you guys next time and let you check it out, man. It's awesome. Check them out online, golfzonesocial.com. Got Jarrett Guarantano, former University of Tennessee quarterback right there. Andrew Richmond, sportscaster extraordinaire. And at the very bottom, OG2K, bottom left, he is our defending champ. He is the king of the hill. And JB playing with the Ravens, bottom right-hand corner of the screen, down by 4. He is on defense here, start of the third quarter, about under 4 minutes to play. All right, back to the NFL. We're just talking about the Cowboys, of course, always going to get some marquee games. How about this one? Does it get better than Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day? We all know, traditionally, Cowboys play on Thanksgiving Day. Now we're going to get Cowboys hosting the Chiefs. That's going to be in late November. It's the Chiefs' first Thanksgiving Day game, I want to say, in some 19 years. Yeah, you got to go back to 2006. They last met about 5 years ago, low-scoring affair. This game right here could break records. We saw last year the Cowboys have to The Cowboy Thanksgiving game against the Giants was the number one watched regular season game, like mid-30s, high 30 millions. This one's going to go way over 40. It might even hit 50 million. And folks, those are like NFC Championship game, AFC Championship game numbers. JG, will this be the highest rated regular season game that we've seen in years and maybe of all time?
I think so. Just knowing that both fan bases are so grand, and you obviously got the best
top two brands. Yep.
Right, and they have the best quarterback in all of football playing. But once again, like, just not to just overshadow this game, because I think this game's going to be a great game. But the NFL slate on Thanksgiving is absolutely amazing.
Sick.
Again. Like, they
Sick.
they know marketing, right? Like, this is one of the best master classes that I've seen schedule wise from them ever, right? Like, obviously they have the Netflix games coming up, they have the Amazon Prime, they're making a lot of money, but their scheduling and being able to know what the people want, I think, is full-fledged the best it's ever been this year.
Yeah. Andrew, your thoughts here. How spicy is Cowboys hosting the Chiefs down at Jerry World?
Ooh, let's say ghost pepper hot, okay? Carolina Reaper hot, okay? Because we know this is going to be a contentious game. And we know Thanksgiving, ain't nothing much going on. You have your itis going on. You're just looking for a game.
Food, football, and family, man, and faith. That's it.
It's a perfect thing, right? And no pesky NBA to get in the way. And even if it was going to get in the way in Christmas, guess what? It's still the NFL. We're still on top. Like JG said, man, sports is it. Like, live sports is the only thing holding on like traditional old television, and the NFL knows this, and they know they have a market to capitalize. So you not only have the Cowboys, obviously Cowboys fan are so obnoxious, but then you also have the T-Swizzle factor as well, okay?
They know what they're doing.
Bringing everybody to the table. Let's go. I can't wait to see 5 shots of Taylor on my Thanksgiving feast, man.
Larry, you go from, on Thanksgiving Day, you go from Green Bay, Detroit, first game, then the Chiefs, Cowboys, and then you go Baltimore and Cincy, all on the same day. I mean, that's probably the best thing. That's probably the best Thanksgiving slate I've ever seen. You know me, I'm watching every single one.
And
but 3 straight.
And thank God that the Lions are great now too, because you put them against Green Bay. This is not just a PTA type situation, right? We actually get entertainment the whole entire game, the whole entire day, which doesn't always happen traditionally on Thanksgiving. So I'm glad. It's gonna be hard to maintain, like, you know, making another plate and then also watching the games, man.
You're showing America the best quarterbacks in all football on the same day, and being able just to mark, like, they're trying to get that money. They're trying to get that money.
Well, they can break up this TV deal, and you're looking at the NFL, man. I think they grossed over $23-25 billion last year. Like, NFL's rolling in the dough. Let me ask you this. What's the number here? We're talking about breaking broadcast, audiences and things of that nature with the size of it. What are we looking at? I think we could hit 50. I'm dead serious about that. That would be insane.
I do
What
too.
do you think, Andrew? Okay, go ahead, JG.
I'm sorry. Andrew, you got it first.
Oh, I mean, 50. Let's go 50. Because like I said, it's the only thing holding on, like, traditional old TV. Everybody's going to do it, especially if they don't have to get in the way of a streaming service, which I think, like, kind of hindered I apologize. December
Christmas and Black Friday.
Yeah, the Christmas and Black Friday situation is all network TV. Everybody still has a way to figure out if they can watch network TV. So we're gonna see big numbers, huge.
Gotcha, JG. Real quickly.
Yes, big time. The only thing that would hinder this is the Cowboys not living up to expectations record-wise. That's the only thing. But other than that, if they're sitting there and they're a competitive team and they're healthy, easily. Everybody's going to be glued to their TVs with their families just hanging out. So I think that they easily could surpass 50.
Fair point. Got a 17-10 ball game here, start of the fourth quarter. That third quarter brought to you by our good friends at Emblem Sports Bar in Brooklyn, New York. Check them out online, emblembk.com. We were there a couple of weeks ago. We'll be there again in another couple of weeks here. Located 187 Graham Avenue in BK, All-American Sports Bar and Beer Garden, offering a large array of local and domestic microbrews, folks. 15 flat screens and 16 taps as well. Emblem, where sports enthusiasts and event goers unite for an unforgettable experience in the heart of East Williamsburg. Check them out online, emblembk.com. We're back here live here, Golf Zone Social in Brooklyn. 3 locations, one in BK, one also in West Nyack. and also the Scarsdale location, sports bar and indoor golf lounge. It's where golf meets social. Larry Ridley, Sports, ISG football and ISG basketball live here on Valley Sports, Valley Live, Stadium Sports Network, Watch Stadium Sports app, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Got Jarrett, Guarantano, Andrea, Richmond, OG2K playing with the Chiefs, JB playing with the Ravens on the move here inside the 10-yard line, trying to tap the game on second and go. Back to the NFL, folks. Your thoughts here. We've seen Tua be criticized by Tyreek Hill plenty of times. We've seen him not include him in some lists. We've seen him include him in some lists. I've seen some where he said, Tua's my guy. He's the best quarterback in the NFL. But recently, a few days ago, Tyreek Hill was quoted, was asked about his top 5 quarterbacks, and he named Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and Baker Mayfield, and even named another guy. No Tua. Left his teammate right off the list, so he did not include Tua in his top 5. JG, your thoughts here, man. Is this a big deal or not? We've seen him talk about wanting to leave and get traded from the Dolphins. Got some issues personally on and off the field as well. Is this anything here?
No, I don't think it's anything, but I definitely don't like that he threw Baker in there, even though Baker did have one of the best years of his career. That was kind of a little bit like, all right, he kind of missed on that one, but I don't think it's as big of a deal as anybody. I mean, I would have definitely liked to hear him say, like, without me putting Tua in, I'll put these 5 in, like, giving a little shout out, but he just threw out 5 that didn't even include him. It's tough business.
In like 5, again, it's the 5th spot, right? Because first of all, I love the fact people telling the truth, okay? Like the top 5, unfortunately, Tua, shout out to Tua, he's great. He's definitely not a top 5 quarterback, so I love the fact that Tyreek isn't lying. Hashtag let's not lie on these podcasts. But if you're not gonna lie, you definitely shouldn't have Baker Mayfield on there, okay?
That was my problem. I was like, hey, look, Baker is a borderline Pro Bowler, maybe first or second alternate. He's a top 10 to 12 guy, but top 5, like, come on.
Yeah, he had one of his best years of his whole career. I mean, probably the absolute best year of his career. But top 5, like, if we're going off just 1 year, we might as well throw Jaden Daniels in there, right? Like,
no Jaden Daniels, no Matt Stafford, no Jalen Hurts. Like, what are we doing here?
And that's the thing, right? In that 5th spot, then that's where you put into it. Yeah, I believe in my guy, but I just like these guys so much better. That's the strategy you go with. But the fact that you did put Baker Mayfield, that's a bit of a slight on me, okay? Just a little bit of slight. Just like, that guy really? I don't know, man.
All right. I don't know. We'll see about that, man. But I just thought it was funny that, he's catching some flack for that, man. Real quickly, you guys think he's going to be okay and everything's going to work out in Miami? Look, it depends on the day, man. It's almost like rain in the summertime in South Florida. It's about to happen, right? You think he's going to be okay down there? And how does Tua take this, Jarrett?
I think it's going to be tough. I mean, how he takes it is just going to be based off his productivity, right? As all wide receivers, right? They want the ball, and if they're able to get him the ball and he's able to have stats and just add on to his legacy, I think he'll be fine. I think that goes hand in hand with Tua's health, though. Obviously, he's had a lot of serious concussions and some neck stuff. Like, once you get to that point of having that many concussions, you're a little bit more susceptible to having more of them. So I think it kind of goes hand in hand. Obviously, I don't think Tua is thinking much of this. Like, if he sat there and said, honestly, like, is he a top 5 quarterback right now, Tua? Probably not. He's been banged up the past year. Like, he's been going through a lot of stuff. Is he have the talent level to do it? I think so. I mean, Tua has definitely had very good seasons, and I think he showed people in the NFL
undefeated against Bill Belichick. He's never lost to Belichick. That's crazy. I think he's like 5-0, 6-0, something like that.
So I mean, if he's looking at it from a personal perspective, like, he would probably sit there and say, "No, I'm not top 5 right now." But obviously, you would like to hear your wide receiver have someone on your back,
right?
Like,
especially more of your back than Baker Mayfield.
Any friction there, Andrea? Do you see any friction there, or you think it is what it is?
No, I don't think there's any friction. Like he said, he's been hurt. You know what I mean? Would have I liked him to say, like, I would have preferred to go with somebody who's like Jaden Daniels or like somebody Dak Prescott, somebody who, like, for sure is above Tua rather than Baker. But I don't think there's any friction. And honestly, too, I feel a lot of people are down on Tyreek Tyreek, he didn't have a quarterback for a lot of his years. I know he got hurt towards the end of the year, but he still put up banger seasons.
Sure.
I think Tyreek's going to be good. Dolphins offense is going to look good, and good things are going to happen in South Florida.
Right. All right, real quickly, guys, before we get out of here, I want to talk about A.J. Brown. We were talking about the Eagles earlier. It's graduation season, right? It's May. You see the colleges. We got commencements and things of that nature. How about A.J. Brown going back to his alma mater there? Hi, Toddy. Down there in Oxford, Mississippi. Ole Miss, University of Mississippi there. He gave the commencement speech there. Gave him some pretty good advice, man. He was talking about, hard work is earned. It's not rented. And rent is due every day. I thought he gave a pretty good speech there, man, and dropped some gems there. What do you guys think? I think it looks good, too, in the robe and everything. You guys' thoughts, Andrew? We'll start with you. A.J. Brown, talking to the young kids, inspiring a new generation, if you will.
Man, I love it when they turn it into like something personal that like these kids can walk away with. Because I went to my niece's graduation last year, and the commencement speaker, all they did was like, "This is what I did, and these are all the accomplishments I did." And like, I don't want to hear that when I'm about to go into this world that's scary, and I have to find a job and navigate my way through life. Somebody is gonna tell me what it is and say like, "Hey, you have to put in this work in order to see it." I would rather have that type of energy and engagement rather than a lot of these commencement speakers that are just like, listen how great I am. Like, this isn't about you, okay? It's about the kids. And AJ made sure he did that.
Back in my day, JJ, your thoughts here, man, seeing AJ Brown go back there to Oxford, man, and Ole Miss.
He's having John Legend come to his engagements. He's saying commencement speeches at his alma mater.
Got so many jerseys on mannequins in his house.
He's getting his
real quickly, JG, game-winning field goal right here. Can he knock? That's from 60.
Oh my gosh, the leg!
He banged it through.
Wow, that's insane. But no, I mean, he's getting his car jacked. He's been all over media lately. So I mean, the fact that he's ended on this one, good for him. He's had a hell of an offseason.
Yeah,
I think it was awesome though.
And your thoughts about his offseason, man? Culminating with this commencement speech down there at Ole Miss. Been a hell of a ride for him the last few months.
Yeah, besides getting the car stolen, it's the summer of AJ, man. To be in AJ's world, I wish that I could be a part of it because everything is moving and grooving in the car side. But at least even then, he got a little bit of resolution there. So it must feel good to be AJ Brown this time. Studying the book, it ended up working out for him.
Success isn't owned, it's rented. And rent is due every day.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Ask
Good
JB
stuff.
about that, man.
Look stuff.
He almost
like
got
that.
him.
Good stuff there by AJ Brown. That fourth quarter game is over. OG2K moves on. The king of the hill. Another close one, man. I tell you, he's good at pulling these things out. That fourth quarter brought to my good friends at Kettle Black Sports Bar. We were there last week. We'll be there again next week. 2 locations. Got one right here in Brooklyn, and also we usually go to the one in Staten Island, Shaolin there. Best wings, burgers, and beer. Food and Wine magazine said it's one of the top 5 wing joints in America. It's open daily from 11:30 a.m. to 1 a.m. And you got a bunch of other events there. Got live music, trivia, sports. Got plenty of TVs there as well. Great staff. The burgers are great. Great menu and everything else. Check them out online. The Kettle Black Sports Bar, kettleblackbar.com. 2 locations, Staten Island and also in Brooklyn. All right, guys. Wow. Got another close win there by OG2K. Your thoughts here, Andrea? Hey, man, does what he's typically done for the last 4 months, which is win.
In the third quarter, he had an interception that was huge. I was really thinking with JB, like obviously so much going on with him. Like we've seen these games, like unfortunately JB give up the lead a little bit, but clutch as ever. OG still finds a way, and I bet he's gonna say at the end of this, I have no idea how I did it, but he did it, and that's all that matters.
JG, your quick thoughts here on another win for the champ?
That was probably the best game that I've seen in a while, just out of, in theory, just both teams playing. JB came out of nowhere, man. It was just that lack of preparation. Maybe just had his hair down, but of course,
played carefree.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Sometimes that's just the best thing to do. But OG obviously coming up clutch in the last drive, being able to hold on. He probably wishes he got a little closer, but his kicker's ice money.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our guy, man. Let's talk to OG2K, a.k.a. Nick Sirianni. So, Nick, walk us through this one, man. Once again, another back and forth affair. You took the lead early. He came back. I think getting that stop, holding him to a field goal probably was the play of the game there for you, man, because you were able to kick the field goal at the end to win it.
Yeah, that was, I mean, the turn of events, like at halftime was crazy. Like, I feel like I threw a pass that could have been picked, but his feet were out somehow. So I was really happy to get 3 points out of that. And then I kind of just leveraged that, like, for the rest of the game.
One last question for me. What is it about these close games, man, and being cool under fire for you, man? You seem to never sweat, dude. Seems like you're always in control and you never rushed and you always pull it out.
I think it's because I've played a lot of games before, and I've lost like the majority of my games a long time ago because of like being nervous and stuff in the big moments. So I feel like that's like the most important thing to me now to develop.
Andrea, I'll start with you. You got a question for OG?
You said you were feeling supremely confident, but it was supremely close right there. Obviously, JB has a lot of things going on in his life. But you talked about pressure, right? Making sure you're calmed down with pressure. Be honest, though, did you feel a little bit of that sweat on your neck, knowing all the mitigating factors going on in his life, knowing that he hasn't played, and you're still in the close game?
Yeah, he's a good player no matter what. So, like, no matter what's going on, he could just come and play whenever, obviously. But yeah, so he gave me a really good game, and I just had to play my best game to be able to win it.
Yeah, you did. 60 yards. Is that the deepest field goal that you've ever hit in this game, period?
That was a deep one.
It feels like it.
Maybe ice. It was pretty hard because it was ice, so I couldn't really see the meter late.
Yeah.
And that was ice, too.
But you felt good about it,
so
right?
Much harder in this game.
Did you feel good about it when you kicked it, or you thought it was one of those like, I don't know until it went through the uprights?
I couldn't really be too picky with the situation because I would have had to get like another 15 yards for a first down, so I was just happy where I was at.
All right, man. You're the king of the hill, man. You'll be back again next Tuesday, man, as we're back on a regular night on a Tuesday, man. Before we get out of here, guys, if you want to be like Nicholas Sirianni, a.k.a. OG2K, or JB, a deserving champ as well, sign up for our Compete Forever League right now. It's ages 13 and up. Free entry, all alike. You want to cash in other prizes. Weekly King of the Hill format. You win. You stay on the sticks. You can join us now, CompeteForever.com/Madden League. Once again, join us now, CompeteForever.com/Madden League. Don't do it today, but do it to now. This post-game show brought to you by our good friends at 902brewing.com. We'll be there on Friday night. ISG basketball, 101 Pacific Avenue in Jersey City, right next to Bayonne, New Jersey. A craft brewery in Jersey City producing ales and lagers, also handcrafted beers, and the best atmosphere with curated good times made right there in JC, Jersey City. More spacious tap room as well that hosts a variety of events, yoga, live DJs, bands, local DJs, comedians, you name it. It's all there. 902brewing.com and our good folks there in Jersey City, 902brewing.com. All right, back here live here at Golf Zone Social here in Brooklyn, New York. 3 locations, Brooklyn, West Nyack, and Scarsdale. That's where golf meets social. Best indoor golf experience that you have, a sports bar and indoor golf lounge. So it's been a heck of a day here, man. Shout out to JP, the marketing guy there, man. Love that guy. And also our guys here, the staff here at the Brooklyn location here in Brooklyn. For OG2K, he is the champion, weekly King of the Hill. We'll see him next week. Andrea, peace up, A-Down. She's in the A-Town. Which ward you in, A-Rich?
Ooh-wee. Not 4th Ward, but that's where I be working at sometimes. So shout out to 4th Ward, obviously. But I am in Zone 6. That's where I trap at. That's where I reside with the
That's
school
what I meant,
out.
zone. Which zone?
So, I'm always Zone 6, East Side, Atlanta till I die. Okay.
Zone.
Like
JG, how hot is it? Hot as hell in Texas right now, brother?
105 today. Had to move on practice. Couldn't even practice outside. It was so hot. Oof. Sun creeping through the windows and stuff. Yeah, no, it was hot. I'm not used to this.
Get that pickle juice in you, JG.
I
All right?
was about to say,
No
you need
cramping.
pickle juice.
Cramping up. Yeah, I might cramp up from just sleeping.
JG, have you ever done that? I mean, you've seen that. I've seen that before. That's a real thing with the pickle juice. That's not a made up thing.
Oh, you go in the locker room, they have pickle juice, oranges, bananas.
Definitely the orange wedges and stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
They have pickle juice. They have actual pickles. You get Uncrustables. What else is out there? All types of Gatorade, everything.
What's your preferred, pickle juice or Gatorade?
Not no pickle juice, that's for sure.
Not the pickle juice. I'm not. Thank goodness I'm not a heavy cramper. If I know it's going to be a hot one, I'll get an IV. But that pickle juice is, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Not your more pickle fit person, I suppose, right?
All right, man. Well, good stuff, man. Who you guys? Who do Brahmas have this week, man?
We got Memphis Showboats.
Oh, y'all gonna show out against those Showboats?
I don't know. I hope so. I hope we have a good one.
Bro, where's the confidence, man?
It's been a weird season for his team, to be fair.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Left,
yeah,
OC
coordinator.
Left. It's like if we needed our own 30 for 30, or we needed our own Hard Knocks. I would have got a lot of views though.
I'm gonna need you. We gonna mail you a kit. We gonna get Kevin to mail you a kit. We can see.
We're gonna get Jordan Hudson to do a behind the scenes on the Brahmas 2025 season.
Oh, please, all right, as fast as possible.
All right, brother. We'll have a good night, man. We'll see you, man. Good luck this weekend, guys. Thanks for watching ISG Football Live here from Golf Zone Social, the Sports Bar and Indoor Golf Lounge. We'll see you Wednesday night, or actually Friday night, ISG Basketball Live from Altitude Brewing. Have a good night, folks. Thanks for watching. Make it a good one, folks, and we'll see you on Friday night. Bye-bye.